And good afternoon. This is Coach Big Pete, aka Peter Lineweber. Please follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Just a quick reminder: Deep Dish Football Live is at 8 p.m. Wednesday and Thursday, going more into the St. Francis and IC game, Deep Dish Football game of the week for Week 8. And again, my email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com if you have any questions. Um, Another quick reminder too, the free recruiting seminar, FREE, is December 1st, 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Limited spots, must RSVP. Email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. And again, if you like my work, feel free to leave a tip via PayPal. I'll put the PayPal link on the bottom if you like my work. If you don't like my work, well, I apologize. So, let's talk St. Francis football season so far and roster. Again, St. Francis. You look at the record. Okay, there's 6-1. They had a loss to Shepard that wasn't supposed to happen. A little bit of an overlooking problem there, but again, St. Francis. I think they're bounced back. They're good where they're at right now. Let's get into the schedule. So, all right, they beat Argo, no surprise there. They lose to Shepard. They beat my team Westmont very badly. Thanks for taking it easy on my Sentinels. Westmont, Wheaton Academy, they win. Bishop McNamara, they had a tough game with, just as IC did. Um, they beat Aurora Christian. They beat Riverside Brookfield in a nice fashion, too. IC in their last game is Aurora Central Catholic, so basically, um, right now they're looking at 1 to 2 losses this season, but we'll see what happens against IC. But again, they're looking good. They're looking good, steadily fashion when they get into the playoffs. It'll be very interesting to see what St. Francis does against some of those teams, especially when you got it up when you have a lot of those teams that are up north in their class. See how they compete against them. Very interesting. But St. Francis, again, like I said, if it's not this year, it's going to be next year. But they are on the verge of becoming a dynasty team. They're getting the correct players, they're getting the recruits that a Catholic school has to do, and they're more visible. They're more visible, and they're surging ahead of like a Montini right now. They're surging ahead. I'm forgetting other school too, but again, there's more attractiveness to that St. Francis High School than there are with some of the high schools in the Chicagoland area because of that coaching staff. And it starts all for Coach McMillan, but a Coach Todd Howard, a Stevenson leading that freshman sophomore team who does a wonderful job, by the way. Doug DeFuscio, who's a offensive coordinator, and they're linked to the Naperville Patriots. Hey, what more can you say? That helps out a lot too. But again, St. Francis is a team is on the verge of getting that state title again. Be back where they were before. So definitely interesting team in the next couple of years. Now let's get to the team now. Tommy Rittenhouse, what more can you say? I talked about him yesterday. Tommy Rittenhouse is one of the top quarterbacks in the class of 2021. Very interesting for a lot of college coaches, and just talking to some college coaches about him. Again, escapability, unbelievable. Good arm, nice touch on the ball too. Very interesting too. Good throw, one of the top throwers on his feet. And escapability, definitely a huge one. Again, questions towards his size, but I don't think that's much of a question. I think that he can get the job done. Jackson Garrard, he's an athlete, definitely a kid that you want to keep an eye out for. Tyler Bishop, I have Tyler Bishop, whatever he wants to be, but he is he's one of my top recruits for the class of 2022. Enzo Radinha is a linebacker. Again, every good team has at least one good linebacker, a linebacker that can be a leader and everything else. He's one of them. Michael Bumpus, he's another interesting player. Ryan French, a wide receiver, another interesting player. But Tyler Bishop is another young kid that's going to be unbelievable. They have a freshman. His name is TJ McMillan. He is unbelievably talented. He's unbelievably talented. He most likely will make my watch list for the class of 2023, but he does a wonderful job, and he's still learning. And like I said, offensive linemen, they're not the finished product till their junior and senior year. It's going to take them more time to learn, but TJ McMillan is a top recruit in the class of 2023 in the state of Illinois. Definitely a kid that you want to keep an eye out for, no doubt about that. Let's go down a little bit more. Luke Meyer, defensive end, definitely a kid that you want to keep an eye out for. Nice little edge rusher. He is doing a wonderful job with St. Francis. Connor Schmidt, big offensive tackle, top offensive tackle in the state. Definitely needs more respect. No doubt about that one. They have a lot. They have another linebacker that I'm forgetting about. They got another. They have one of the best group of wide receivers for that class, and definitely deserve to be talked again, like more talked about with the St. Francis team, with those group of wide receivers that they have. Definitely keep an eye out for those guys too. But again, will I be surprised that it is, say, the class of 2024 that comes into St. Francis is one of their best classes? No, I won't be surprised. Again, Coach McMillan has made a name for himself. That coaching staff has made a name for themselves. That is probably one of the most well put together coaching staffs that I've seen in a long time. Coach McMillan uh, just hit the ball out of the park with his hires and coaching staff. But definitely, St. Francis is looking good for the future, no doubt about that. If you like my work, feel free to leave a tip via PayPal. I'll put the link on the bottom. My email is CoachBigPete, fp@gmail.com if you have any questions. And follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And have a lovely day. And remember, Deep Dish Football Live, 8 p.m., Wednesday and Thursday.